Yep, stopped here at the park, Shirley Chisholm State Park, New York City. This thing, first of all, you can't tell from the pictures and videos, but this thing is huge. This is really like my first, I know this isn't a hyper scooter, but this is almost a hyper scooter, I would say. This is my fourth scooter. So my first scooter was a Highboy KS4 Pro. My second was a 2022 E-Move Cruiser. Had that for a while, upgraded it, suspension, all that stuff, but that's too high maintenance. The Cruiser has great range, but it's not built for the city streets. So everything keeps coming loose. Everything strips easily. But anyway, then I sold that and I bought me a Joyer S10. Dual 1000 watt motor. Great scooter. Let me let the plane pass. Yeah, so the Joyer S10 is a good scooter. But once parts start to fail and like my suspension started to fail, it started to sag. And it doesn't take coilover shocks. It takes like those rubber shock bushings, and man, they sell them like you could get them in China, the bushings, the suspension bushing for the Joyer S10, but there's no way to install them. There's a special tool needed, and I spoke with Joyer. I spoke with a guy that in China, and he's like, no, I have the tool, but I can't sell you the tool. So there's no way to, I mean, you sell the parts, but there's no way to change the damn parts. But anyway, besides the point. That Joyer S10 is a good scooter. I still have it. I'm planning, I already posted it. I'm selling it. But like I said, there's no parts. There's no customer support. There's really no customer support system for that scooter. So I'm getting rid of it. This here, however, oh man, this thing is huge. You can't tell. I'm 6 feet and I feel like I'm 5'1" on this. It's tall. It's huge. The tires, the deck. Oh my God, look, let me see if I can put my feet. And I don't wear a big size. I wear size 9.5, but just to give you guys a, look at, I put one foot up here. Look at that. And now I put the back foot on the backrest. Look at this room. Oh my God. Huge, long deck. Not super wide, but it's wide enough, but it's long as hell. And one thing I noticed was as soon as I started riding this, I would say because of the tires, because they're so round and huge, it's taking me there's a little learning curve for me at least on turning and getting the hang of how this Pro handles. It just handles completely different than other scooters. But like I said, I'm not I don't have a vast experience in scooters. This is only my fourth model, and this is my fourth fastest high-end model. But I'm getting the hang of it now, and I already pushed it up to 43 miles an hour. I'm here in New York City, so I got the suspension on soft, so I'm hitting bumps and stuff. But there was a nice little spot where I pushed it up to 43 miles an hour, and that was Mode 3 dual motor, so I could have kept going, but I'm still getting used to these tires. And man, this thing is quiet. I mean, you hear the tires, you only hear it. Nobody else hears the tires. So it's quiet. You don't hear the motors. Man, and then, and this is my first scooter with a steering damper too. So I keep stopping and I'm playing with it, getting the hang of it and stuff like that. Yeah, but man, this is something else. Now you see, guys, you see what I got going up here? Because I'm in New York City, so it's getting cold now. So that, my other scooters, even with insulated gloves, man, like last winter, my fingers would freeze because I would commute to work. So I'm giving these wind guards a little test run. I don't like to have too much stuff on my scooters. Like, people be having it. You be seeing people be loading up their scooters with mad crap. And I mean, to each his own, I'm not saying, but that's not me. So I'm still up in the air about these wind guards. I mean, they functional because it's a little chilly right now and my hands felt good, but I just don't like a lot of stuff on my scooter. I definitely wanted a little bag. I don't like the normal scooter bags. I think them things is hideous. So I did research and found this nice little bag. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it on there, but for now it's staying on there. And definitely, since I got this light heavyweight semi hyper scooter, definitely had to get the motorcycle grade foam mount. And this thing has a little suspension in it. Look, so you can see it from the back. It has rubber on it, the little rubber shocks. Yeah, so, and then nobody can, I mean, there's a little deterrent. Each screw point is like a torque with a hole in it. I don't know if you can see it. Yep. So nobody can really steal it unless they're carrying that tool with them. Now, as far as the throttle, I played around with the trigger throttle in the house. It felt good at first, but when I put my riding gloves on, it was kind of cumbersome to switch, because I like to use my pointer finger for the brake. I don't really use my whole hand. I use only my pointer finger. That way I can keep my whole hand gripped on the handle. So I like to use, so with the trigger throttle and my glove, it was kind of cumbersome to go back, because the trigger throttle, even at rest, right here, when it's not pressed, it's very close to the, I mean, you could adjust it, but it was, you know, it was very cumbersome to switch back and forth from brake to the, and this thumb throttle is kind of sweet. There's a dead zone, I would say, like right here, but once you get past that dead zone, it's completely variable. You can cruise at 5 miles an hour once you get past that dead zone. So I would say the dead zone is maybe like 1/4 of an inch. No, a little bit more. Not a half an inch, but it's about like, you know, a dead zone. But past, even in mode 3, dual motor is nice and super variable. You can just, yeah, I was just cruising like at 10 miles an hour to let all the people in the street look at me, because this thing is, oh man, this thing is huge. I look like I said, I'm 6 foot, and I'm honest, I look like a little kid. The pictures and videos you've seen, hold on. The pictures and videos you've seen on the internet, which is very few, on YouTube and all that, you can't tell the size. And once you get the box and you open the box and you realize how big this bad boy is, man. And like I said, this is my first semi-hyper scooter, so I'm sure you know, a lot of people out there probably watching this and they've done had super scooters, hyper scooters, big things, and they're probably laughing and giggling at me, but hey, that's just, you know, this is my first big boy here, and it feels good, solid. Nothing is making noise when I hit the bumps, nothing is shaking. There was a little, I noticed in the house, there was a stem wobble, so then I opened up the clamp and I checked up, there's these 2 bolts in the stem there. I checked the bottom, there's a big bottom nut here, but you know, that's super tight, so I'm not even gonna fuck with that yet. Excuse my language. But I tightened these, while this is open, I tightened these just a little bit. I was tightening and going right now. I could barely close it, and the flex is almost completely gone. It's flex, it's just a little flex because it's so long. You're gonna have some flex. You know what I'm saying? Even when there's no play in the bottom, when you have something this long, the leverage on top, you're gonna have just slight flex. You know, it's livable. The light, the front headlight is, I mean, it's all right for the, you know, it's all right. I like the fact, hold on. Now, I don't know if they showed, yeah, there's one guy I follow on YouTube. I think it's MJ Tech. He did a full review on the Hawk Pro. And he was the only one that actually, excuse me. He was the only one that actually showed that when you turn on the headlight with the switch here, you turn it on, turn it off, on, right away you cycle through different modes of the light. So like when you turn it on, it's white, turn it off, turn it on, then it's yellow. Turn it off, turn it on, then it's white and yellow. That's my favorite, because it puts out a wider beam. Not wider, but a taller beam. Because that light right there, it shoots out like a wide beam. Not a tall beam, but wide. So every mode, even with the double mode, it just brings it up a little bit, but it's still only wide. So it's good for lighting up the floor in front of you, but you know, you could adjust it, put it out. And I always put a, you know, in my scooters I always had another light on top. Now I ain't want to get the long one, so I got the small version of this, and it's decent. It's good. I haven't rode at night yet. This is my maiden ride here. So, you know, but if, you know, nighttime comes and this ain't living up, no problem. I'm gonna just order something else. But man, guys, hold on. So to give y'all a scale on how fat these tires are. Look at this. This is my fist here. I mean, this show. The video, you look at my foot. Look at this. Can't see? Look at my foot. Look at this. Oh, I'm not feeling the horn in the back there, but I already used it and people heard me and stuff like that. It's not obnoxiously loud, but it's loud enough. Yeah, I'm over here, like I said, I'm over here in Shirley Chisholm State Park. There's a nice park in Brooklyn here. And I'm by JFK. There's JFK Airport is over there, so we keep hearing the planes. But yeah, guys, if you were thinking about this model here, and this is like this will be your first semi-hyper scooter, get ready, because this is a whole new league of scooters. You know, if you never had a scooter that goes more than 30 miles an hour, more than 25 miles an hour, this ain't the scooter for you. You need to work your way up. I worked my way up. Like I said, I started off with a High Boy, KS4, then I went with an E-Move Cruiser, which is pretty quick. I was able to, normally I could cruise like 34, 37 miles an hour, it depends. And it's pretty stable for what it is. And then I would jump to the Joya S10. The fastest I hit on there was 44 miles an hour, and as long as you hold on tight, you know, you deal with the little instability. But I would regularly cruise at 40 miles an hour on there going to work. And then once the suspension started to give, I feel all the bumps. I mean, it has air-filled tires, so it, you know, it helps, but man, and it would bottom out a lot. So then I would just use it for commute. I wouldn't ride it for recreational. I wouldn't ride it for recreation anymore because it wasn't fun anymore. You know, and I was always riding with my son too. I installed little kid handlebars there because he's 2 years old. I mean, he's 3 now, but I got him full gear, and man, we went out riding all the time, but not anymore because it's nice. But anyway, off topic. Yume Hawk Pro. I mean, if I ain't cover everything, you know, hit me up with, you know, you could DM me with some questions, and if I didn't already check it out, I'll tell you, hold on, let me check it out on the scooter, you know, and I'll get right back to you. But man, this is a whole nother monster right here. If you never had a fast scooter, it's taking me a little minute to get used to the characteristics, there we go, of this. Because these tires are huge and they're round and it's just heavy. Probably that's why it's taking me a while to get used to. This scooter's heavy. This is my first real heavy scooter. The Joya, I think it's about almost 60 pounds. So it's relatively light compared to this is almost 100. I don't know the exact weight, but I know it's damn near 100 pounds. So that's probably what it is. I'm getting used to the weight of this scooter. But yeah, man, stay tuned. I'll keep y'all up to date on any issues I have or any good things. Oh yeah, you know, I'm from Puerto Rico. My family's born in Maya West, and I always put my little Maya West Puerto Rico stickers on my stuff. So, you know what I mean? But that's it. I don't like to go overboard on my stuff. I keep it minimal, simple. So that's why I'm thinking about taking off these wind guards, but my fingers are gonna freeze, man. And even with insulated gloves in the winter, even when it's just 20 degrees Fahrenheit, when you're riding the wind, that brings it down to damn near 0, if not minus. And if you don't got no heated gloves or those big things that cover your whole, like them delivery guys have, but I can't have that in the scooter because I need to, you know, I need to see what I'm pressing. I don't like them things. Them things is ugly anyway. So I'm gonna keep riding with these and see how it goes. might keep them, I might take them off. Y'all, y'all give me some insight on it. But yeah, Yume Hawk Pro. Damn.